So here we are at board 7, everybody's vulnerable and South's our dealer. So South will start off with a 1 heart bid, and West has an interesting looking hand here. They've got about 15 points. What are they going to do? Now you might overcall a no trump with this one. You also might just elect to actually pass the hand. I think you've got about 15 points, but it's not a particularly strong 15 points. You don't have a 5-card suit, and you've only got that one single stopper, which might not even be a stopper. So I've got a little bit of sympathy for pass as well, which is what I'd probably do at the table. Now, when it gets around to North, I'd definitely be raising, even though I've only got 4 high card points. I get 1 for a shortage, bringing me up to 5. I'd still stretch to make a raise here because of the fact that I do have 4 card support for partner. It's a bit of a lie, but I think it's worth telling. When it gets around to East, over 2 hearts, they're probably just going to pass. And South, they're not going to have a chance again. We've got 14 points. You could count it as 15. But partner showing 6 to 9, you don't want to end up basically playing there. Now, you might end up passing out 2 hearts and just defending it. If this does happen, we're just going to be playing 2 hearts, and what are we going to lose? So you might take the finesse in hearts. If you do, that'll mean that you've got no heart losers, but you will end up losing a couple of clubs, a diamond, and probably 1 spade. You've got a double finesse position in spades here. So what you can do is when you get to the North hand, you've got to be really careful with these entries too. You might want to use an entry of your 3 of hearts across to the 6 at some point if you can. What you want to do is you want to lead out the 10 of spades and finesse once, and you'll probably lose to the King or Queen in West. Here we're going to lose to the King. Then what you want to do is you want to be able to get back over to North again, and you want to be able to take that finesse again. So at this stage, you'd lead out another top spade from North, and then you'd run the finesse again, hoping that East is the one that had the other remaining honour. There's also a little tricky unblock situation here. So if you run the 10 the first time, you won't be able to actually run the 8 the second time. Now, the way that you can overcome this is what you'd be able to do is if you run the 8 the first time, you'd be able to put the 3 under it. And then next time, what you'd be able to do is run the 10 and put the 9 under it. And this would just mean that you're in the right hand to take the finesse again if spades happen to be 4 with East and 1 with West.